It is a wave. It's like if you've ever been to a beach and you get knocked down by a wave and you keep trying to get up and you keep getting knocked down and then you're just laying there in the surf. That's what this is. While you're waiting for that, if you have a little money, go order some penne alla vodka for the local nurses that are going to drain your lungs of fluid if they have to, okay? Because QAnon, whoever that is probably not going to be able to hook you up to a ventilator. And I have said I will apologize if QAnon is correct. Nothing would make me happier than seeing rich pedophiles arrested, especially some of them, that the people that you guys say are pedophiles, if they all ended up being pedophiles and get arrested, I would laugh my ass off and I would be like, hey, I'd wear a QAnon shirt. I'd be like, this is it now. Yeah. You guys were right. Hey, I was wrong. I would tell everyone that's all we would say for the rest of our lives, by the way. If QAnon's right, all any of us would say for the rest of our lives is, you're not going to believe it. I thought they were bullshit. Yeah. And it turned out that fucking Tom Hanks, this fucking guy, I had no idea. And so they shut the internet down and they brought over these hospital ships to New York. And we thought they were going to be to help people that were affected by this pandemic. But they were like filled with fucking Hollywood celebrities that were arrested. I mean, wow. My favorite thing in the tweet is that they say, during the 3 days, the TV is going to come on and they're going to explain to everyone that the world is run by a satanic pedophile cult. That's my favorite thing, only because I want to know how they're going to get into it. Like, what newscaster do they choose to break that news to the public? What newscaster do they choose to be like, hello, everyone. Welcome to the program. Today, as you can imagine, we have some special breaking news. You may have noticed that the internet has been shut down and you can't use the phone except to call 911. And you may be asking yourself why. Is it some type of outage? Correct. It's actually a forced outage. Because, well, I'll just rip the Band-Aid off. The world is run by a satanic pedophile cult. Tom Hanks is in it. And we had to fake a pandemic to arrest Tom Hanks. Now, I know some of you might have questions. Some of you might have a few. And this is not to say that there aren't pedophiles or that they're not very powerful or that some of them aren't satanic. I don't really care about the religion of the pedophiles, by the way. Yeah. These people seem to leave out Catholic pedophile. Why? I don't understand. What about a Methodist pedophile? Are they not a problem? But I understand that. I've done interviews on my show with the foremost experts in this. None of them believe in this theory. Mm-hmm. Nick Bryant, who wrote the Franklin scandal, none of them believe that Donald Trump is freeing. None of them believe this. Mm-hmm. And these are the guys that wrote the books on the fucking things that you people half understand. But if I'm telling you right now, if it happens, if it comes to fruition, and I'm still in the camp that would rate that unlikely. But if it comes to fruition, I will apologize, and I will just say, hey, I was off there. But if it doesn't, now I challenge you. If it doesn't happen, can we let it go now? Not stop trying to protect kids, not stop trying to fucking bring people to justice, but can we stop believing that this bullshit thing you think is going to happen is going to happen? Can you grow up? Can you fucking grow up if it doesn't happen, if there's no internet outage and they don't? And I love that you dummies are like, there's 500,000 sealed indictments. Like, they're going to need indictments if it's really that bad. And they're taking a satanic pedophile cult that controls the world. They're taking them into custody. They're going to read them their rights. They're going to do indictments. They're going to go by the book. They're going to make it by the book. If they're all living on adrenochrome and murdering kids, they're going to be like, oh, well, we don't treat terrorists like we're going to treat them better than we treat terrorists? Like we're going to read them their rights? We throw Arab guys in Guantanamo Bay who've done nothing. But we're going to read Tom Hanks' rights. We're going to hand him, make sure he's indicted properly and brought through the system if he's been living off the adrenochrome harvested from scared children and sacrifices. You really think we need indictments at that point, guys? Guys. This is what happens when you take a few nuggets of something that's undeniably true, that the world is run by sick freaks. The world is run by some very sick people. Not all of them, but a lot of them. They're into heinous shit. Some of it includes the abuse of children and the murder of children, 100%. But if you think that all the justice is being delivered tomorrow for that, I think you're wrong. And I'm a conspiracy guy. Like, I'm a guy that is very receptive to a lot of these ideas and things. Here's what you do. How about this? What about this storm? Give everyone that's not a pedophile a Ridge wallet. We drive around, we try to drive around, and it's funny, and I have a little bit of a different vibe. When I'm driving, I feel free. I used to love to drive. I used to love to blow a few lines of cocaine up my nose and drive my dad's Mitsubishi Galant until I smashed it into that into the car with some grandmother. But she lived. She lived enough. So grandmother with the kids, I got her head on. I made a left turn from the right lane and ruined her day. Smacked my secretary's head on the dash. She lived. She's a big woman. But I used to love to drive. The freedom of driving with nowhere to go. Just driving through the wasteland of the culture, just driving through the pandemic, seeing the boarded up storefronts, seeing the people looking at you from their houses, wondering if you've come to take what they have and make it yours, looking at the suspicious people and the scared children and the pets that don't quite understand what's going on, looking at the shuttered bars and performance spaces, seeing the Comedy Store with the very fucking spooky sign that doesn't have any names on the marquee. It just says stay healthy, something you'd find in an apocalyptic film in a deserted town when you were trying to figure out what the hell happened. We're living in a movie, folks. We're living in a movie, and you're in the movie. You're in the movie. I don't know for how long. I don't know how long I'll be in the movie. That's the fun about the movie. We don't know when and if this ends. We're all filled with uncertainty, and we're concocting stories and ideas in our head to try to make it okay. We have to. We're pattern-seeking creatures. We want justice. Enter the QAnon people. We want explanations for why this is happening. We haven't truly given ourselves to the randomness and cruelty of whatever this existence is. Maybe it is a simulation. Maybe it's not. Maybe we're just fungus on a rock.